Hello, successionaires, and welcome to the TV and conference call talk show titled The Road to Success. The talk show and TV and conference call show The Road to Success is a talk show about any and everything you want to talk about. Although this evening we have a main topic, which is Juneteenth. I'm your host, Professor William Murray. I'm also the president of the Millionaire Mastermind Institute, which is an institute for entrepreneurs and future entrepreneurs, or anyone that wants to live a better life and with the knowledge and know-how of how. It is at the Millionaire Mastermind Institute where millionaire mindsets, lifestyles, and businesses are made. We at the Millionaire Mastermind Institute take you from idea to implementation and beyond. The talk show is here to make your life easier and much more knowledgeable, and a place where you can have open discussion with people from all over the country. As always, the God in me blesses and greets the God in you. We have coming up in a few days a great Black holiday, Juneteenth, which is June 19th. And this evening's topic is Juneteenth. We're going to talk about, I'm going to break it down for you, y'all. I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to break it down and give you information that's going to help you understand Juneteenth and why it is a national holiday and is there for all Blacks to enjoy and celebrate. And if you are going to spend money on Juneteenth, make sure it is with a Black business. We don't want to make this holiday, one of spending. We can do it with one of supporting. We don't want to make this like they did the other holidays. Make it where it's all about money. This is about us. This is about us. And I've been working on this. I've done a lot of research and I've got a lot of information that I'm going to disseminate to you. And I hope you'll get it and understand the purpose of Juneteenth. Let me start with this. I'm going to go ahead and go through this, y'all. I'm not going to know it all off top. I'm going to fill in a lot. But I've got a little script here that I'm going to give you about Juneteenth. On January the 1st, 1863, Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation of Proclamation. The Declaration reads, all persons held as slaves within any state or designed part of a state, the people whereof shall be in rebellion against the United States shall be then, thenceforth, and forever free. The U.S. President Abraham Lincoln declared free all slaves residing in territory in rebellion against the federal government. This Emancipation Proclamation actually freed very few people. But the proclamation did show Americans and the world that the Civil War was now being fought to end slavery. On April 9th, 1865, General Robert E. Lee surrendered his Confederate troops to the Union's Ulysses S. Grant at Appomattox Courthouse in Virginia, marking the beginning of the end of the grinding 4-year Civil War. Juneteenth. Let me do all of this here, y'all. I'm still. Juneteenth, also known as Freedom Day, Jubilee Day, or Cell Liberation Day, is an American holiday celebrated annually on June 19th. It commemorates June 19, 1865, when Union General Gordon Granger read federal orders in Galveston, Texas, that all previously enslaved people in Texas were free. Juneteenth is the oldest national celebrated commemoration of the ending of slavery in the United States. I'm going to give you some facts, y'all. I'm going to give you 10 facts. And like I often tell you, truth and fact are undefeated since the beginning of time. Fact 1. Following the issuing of the Emancipation Proclamation on January the 1st, 1863, not all enslaved people immediately found freedom. The Emancipation Proclamation freed slaves in states then in rebellion against the United States. Union troops operating in said states gave teeth to the proclamation. This, however, did not apply to the border states. The Civil War ended in the summer of 1865. Union General Gordon Granger and his troops traveled Galveston, Texas, to announce General Order Number 3 on June 19th, 1865. June 19th will go on to be known and celebrated as Juneteenth. And as you see, I tonight have on and am celebrating with my attire Juneteenth. General Order Number 3 stated, the people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves. And the connection heretofore existing between them becomes that between employer and hired labor. Now, I'm going to get into how they got around freeing the slaves with the laws that they passed after the Emancipation Proclamation, after June 19, 1865. I'm going to break that down for you a little later on. Part 3 of General Order Number 3 encouraged the newly freed people to remain with their past owners. The freedmen are advised to remain quietly at their present homes and work for wages. They are informed that they will not be allowed to collect at military posts and that they will not be supported in idleness either there or elsewhere. Now, there's a catch to that, and I'm going to really get into that. I'm going to tell you about that and explain how they kept us in bondage regardless. Fact number 4, the period after Juneteenth is known as the scatter. Undeterred by the recommendation to remain in place, many former slaves left the area during the original reading. In the following weeks, formerly enslaved people left Texas in great numbers to find family members and make their way in the postbellum United States. Now, it wasn't only in Texas where they started going north. It was all the way from Florida to Mississippi to Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. They started going north. Juneteenth has been celebrated under many names: Freedom Day, Jubilee Day, and Self-Liberation Day, Second Independence Day, and Emancipation Day, to name just a few. Number 6, Emancipation Park in Houston, Texas was bought specifically to celebrate Juneteenth. The 10-acre parcel of land was purchased by former slaves Richard Allen, Richard Brock, Jack Yates, and Elias Dibble for $800 in 1862. Now, let me tell you about that, because $800 back then is equivalent to almost $250,000 today. 800 is equivalent to about $250,000 today. And for black men to come up with that kind of money to buy those 10 acres of land was a major step for people of the area and country. Galveston, Texas, to announce General Order Number 3 on June 19, 1865. June 19th will go on to be known and celebrated as Juneteenth. Y'all, every black person in America should be celebrating Juneteenth. July the 4th is not our independence. It has July 4th don't have a damn thing to do with us. It is June 19, 1865. June 19, not July the 4th. That ain't got shit to do with us. That's their independence, not ours. General Order Number 3 stated, the people of Texas are informed that, in accordance with the proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves, and the connection heretofore existing between them becomes that between employer and hired labor. Fact 3, part of General Order Number 3, encouraging newly freed people to remain in their past. Did I do that? Let me do this again anyway. In their past owners, the freedom are advised to remain quietly at their present homes. I did that. The period after June. Let's go to fact 4. Fact 6. Nope, I did that. I'm sorry, y'all. I lost track on where I was. Let's go to fact number 7. During the early 20th century, Juneteenth celebrations declined. You hear that? During the 20th century, Juneteenth celebrations declined. The enactment of Jim Crow laws dampened the celebration of freedom. In addition, the Great Depression forced many Black farming families away from rural areas and into urban environments to seek work, resulting in difficulty taking the day off to celebrate. Here's some of the, I'm going to tell you some of the things that happened that kept us in bondage, even after June 19th, 1865. Jim Crow laws. They started laws that no loitering was allowed. If when they caught you or they saw you, they would ask you, do you have a job? If you said no and could not prove that you were employed, you were arrested instantly, jailed, fined, and give prison time. You could be going from one location to another location. You could be going on a job interview, and they would arrest you for not having a job at that present time. That's how they kept you in bondage and slavery, because that was a free way to make you work. That was part of the Jim Crow law. Loitering. And they would get you for loitering. You could be going from one state to another, and they would get you for loitering. You could be traveling. They could get you for loitering. You could be going to get something to eat. They could get you for loitering. You could be going to see your mama, your siblings, or whatever, and they would get you for loitering and jail you and give you jail time. And sometimes it'd be 3 to 5 years for loitering, which was a form of Jim Crow. Fact 8. The celebration of Juneteenth revived during the Civil Rights Movement. The Poor People's March, planned by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., was purposely scheduled to coincide with the date. March participants took the celebration back to their home states, and soon the holiday was reborn. What the march did was woke people up to the situations that was going on that kept us from advancing. See, Jim Crow laws weren't to benefit us, it was to keep us down. And there's no doubt about that whatsoever. And if you look at what's going on today, the Republican Party is using the same type of technique to hold back people today. And it's not for the good of the people at all. Fact 9, celebrations of Juneteenth continue today. Traditions include public readings of the Emancipation Proclamation, singing additional songs, and reading of works by noted African American writers. Celebration can also take the form of rodeos, street fairs, cookouts, family reunions, park parties, historical reenactment, and Miss Juneteenth contest. Fact number 10. For 47 states and the District of Columbia recognize Juneteenth as either a state holiday or ceremonial holiday, a day of observance. New Hampshire became one of the last states to formally recognize Juneteenth in 2019. The flag color for Juneteenth celebration is red, yellow, green, black are the colors of Juneteenth. Crimson for the blood we shed. The crimson, a symbol of ingenuity and resilience and bondage. Green stands for the land. Yellow represents a new dawn. And black represents the people. All I can tell you is, black people, wake the hell up. The 4th of July, the 4th of their life has nothing to do with us. Not a damn thing. That was not your independence, June 19th, 1860. Your independence. June 19th, 1865 was the beginning of your independence. Your independence. We've got to look at, y'all. See, here's the thing that's happening of power for us now. The vote. It is a must. It is a must that you vote. Right now, that is our greatest weapon. Two things is a weapon: the vote and unity among people of color. That's the power right there. That is the power. So it is up to you. Like I say now, we got to celebrate it, but you got to spend that black dollar. All these businesses talking about Juneteenth holiday celebration, Juneteenth sales. Bullshit. If you're going to spend and spend it all, spend with a black business. Until we unify and start putting our dollars back in our community, we will forever struggle and not be united. 70, the number 70 billion dollars was spent for one holiday, the Christmas holiday. 70 billion with a B. And we did not spend it with people that look like us. That means we are financing our own demise. Wake up, people, or we all through. You may not like what I'm telling you. You may not like what I'm putting before you. But like I told you, fact and truth are undefeated since the beginning of time. I love you too, Jenny Reed. Thank you, my darling. I see you're posting stuff on the site, and I appreciate it, dear. Y'all, but we really truly gotta wake up. I mean, there is no, if you don't have to like what I'm telling you, but it's fact. See, we got to stop this feeding this bullshit to our children. Santa Claus coming down the chimney. You black out there busting your ass all year, and you can tell your children the fat white man came down the chimney to leave them toys. How dumb can you get? How damn ignorant can you be? 4th of July is already independence. That's bullshit. And yes, I'm going to keep saying it because that's truly what it is. See, here's what insanity is: hearing the truth, knowing the truth, but still following the lie. Where are you when it comes to the truth? Y'all, it's out there for you. I just broke something down for you. If you didn't understand and get everything I said, there is replay of this. You hear me? Replay of this. You can go to YouTube. Mr. W. Murray and look at it again. You can go to facebook.com/W. Murray and see this again. You can go to Instagram, Instagram.com, Murray William. You can go to LinkedIn, LinkedIn.com/IN/William Murray. You can go to Twitter.com at William Murray. It's there for you. Y'all, this is part of my growth of this talk show. I told you, I take from idea to invitation and beyond. I'm going to teach you the thought and action process success. I'm also going to bring you information that's going to help you get out of this bullshit that you're believing in. Face the truth, y'all. Like they say, the truth sometimes hurts. Now, I'm not blaming your parents. I'm not blaming your grandparents. They are teaching you what was taught to them, and it's all a bunch of lies, a bunch of BS. Now, for you to still tell your children there's such thing as a tooth fairy, and that the Easter Bunny has something to do with Easter, and the 4th of July is the Independence Day celebration. That's not ours. Tell them the truth about Juneteenth. Sit down and explain it to them. Teach them about their blackness, the greatness of their people. Look, after slavery, we had absolutely nothing. Nothing. And to be where we are right now, right this moment, when we started from scratch, and they had everything. The industry. They had the laws. They had the law enforcement. And they had the government on their side. And we rose up to be the great people that we still are. We just celebrated the holiday of when they burnt down the city. Lord, my mind went blank that quick. And I am so sorry, y'all. Rosewood too. Of course, same thing happened in Rosewood. Rosewood was a very successful black township. And what they do, they bombed and burnt down that. And y'all, there are so many townships in America where Black America was prospering, and they burned it down. The churches, look how they burned them down. You know why they burnt down the churches? Because that was our place of meeting. Y'all wake up and see the truth. Like, you can't blame your parents for what they taught you. They taught you what was taught them. The history and the truth is out there. All you have to do is research it. I've told you many times, one of the greatest inventions in the history of man was the internet. And then Google, because you can research very quickly anything that you don't really know. Why would you celebrate a holiday that has nothing to do with you? I couldn't believe how many Black people wore green for the holidays of Irish, when they celebrate the Irish. And I'll be wearing green. I'm thinking, come on, y'all, how dumb can you get? What do you wear for Juneteenth? Black, red, green, or yellow. Wear it with pride, y'all. And I'm going to ask you another question. How many of you have a picture or have a Black liberation flag? Black, red, and green. But you fly the damn red, white, and blue. We fought in every war since the Civil War. And we came back and we fought for a country that has never, ever fought for us. Yo, I'm not being anti-white, not at all. I'm just being pro-black and telling you, educate your children. It's out there. Because if you think education is expensive, look what ignorance is doing. That's totally, totally up to you. I'm not anti-white. I'm just pro-black. I don't care what color you are, I'm gonna love you. Where I am now up here in Black River, New York. The other day I was sitting at a light right beside a person in a pickup truck who had a American flag, Confederate flag, a Trump flag. Yeah, four flags: American flag, Trump flag, Confederate flag, and another flag. And I'm thinking, wow, all of you people that hate Biden so much, don't spend that $2,000 he gave you. Give it back. Give it back. You so bad. You so damn bold. You so hate infected. Hate, hate infected. So your ignorance is going to be your downfall. Y'all, their ignorance is going to be their downfall. Now they're out there telling people that Donald Trump will be president again by August. And that Biden is going to leave the White House and turn it back over to Trump. Y'all, it's not going to happen. But we got to prepare for the ignorant and the ignorance of those who truly, truly believe it. They still believe that the election was rigged. But here's the thing. If the election was rigged, how come all of those Republicans that were elected at that election haven't said anything? If the election had been rigged, do you think the Republicans would have won as many seats as they won? If it was rigged, come on, y'all, common sense, common sense. Lines are open, y'all. If anybody want to talk to me, but I doubt if anybody will say anything with this topic. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing because y'all still asleep. Y'all better wake up. I'm going to celebrate Saturday, June 19th. I'm going to wear my Juneteenth shirt up here in redneck territory. Oh, I'm up here where they are, baby. I'm up here where they are. But you got a lot of people out there got a lot of sense now. They ain't completely stupid. You got a lot of Trump supporters that supported Trump one time now have waking up. And you got those that never ever will. Never ever will, regardless. They'll never wake up. And like I told you, fact is, everybody that voted for Trump is not racist. But all racists voted for Trump. Big difference. Big difference. Why would you vote against your interest? And a lot of them did. You saw Trump; he damn near eliminated what they call Obamacare, which is the Affordable Care Act. What they say? Oh, I love the Affordable Care Act, but I hate Obamacare. Well, it's the same damn thing. And look how many people right now have insurance that never ever would have had it were it not for the Affordable Care Act. But they hate it so much because a black man's name was on it. You talk about ignorance and voting against your interest. Look at this COVID, how Biden came in and took control of the of the vaccination of the country, and how it's down now where Donald Trump told you that it didn't even exist. And he's still telling you that he won the election. And y'all, we just gotta wake up. You better vote, 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 and unity is our power. Is our power. And I'm telling you to vote. Y'all, everybody, like I say, those of your skin ain't in your corner, ain't your kin. Because you got a lot of people out there, a lot of blacks out there to support y'all. They don't get it. Let a revolution start and see what the hell they do. I was just talking with a white gentleman who told me he had never, ever heard or had to have that conversation with his children that all black men must have with theirs, or black mothers must have with theirs. We were talking, he was telling me how woke he's become in the last 2-3 years. He said, I had no idea, really, truthfully, and he told me this. I had no idea how ignorant, and that was his word, not mine. He said how ignorant I was. All these years, I've been this ignorant. And he felt ashamed because he didn't know. Now look at what they're doing. They're trying to take slavery out of the history books and say captive people. Captive people instead of slavery. Come on, y'all. They took out the massacre. How come I can't think of the name of it? I keep thinking Rosewood. It's not Rosewood. Man, my mind is just not in a function right now. Let me check and see if somebody's on it is telling me what it is. Let me check my. Professor, are you talking about Black Wall Street? Yes. What city? What town? I can't think of it. Can you tell me? I keep thinking Rosewood. I know it's not Rosewood. I'm maneuvering my phone because I'm driving. I'm sorry. Say it. Did you say something? Yeah, I did. I'm trying to think of the name of the city. I just told the city that it was in. Yes. What was it, John? Tulsa. It's in Oklahoma. I heard Oklahoma part. No, it was it Tulsa? It wasn't Tulsa? Tulsa. Was it Tulsa? Okay, that ain't it. Yeah, but that's not the name of that I'm thinking of. But it is in Oklahoma, John. But yeah, you might be right. It's Tulsa. Okay. But that ain't the name I was thinking of that it would be. Because if it was, it would ring a bell with me. And I got all these people online and nobody's willing to tell me. Come on, y'all. I got all these callers online. Somebody talk to me. It wasn't Greenwood District. Thank you, Lawrence, but that wasn't it. I'm driving right now, but like you say, ignorance is no excuse because we all have the answer at our fingertips. Yeah, and I just can't think of it right now, and it's unbelievable. I mean, I've been studying so much on this for the last 2 days, 3 days, and writing out my notes. And we just celebrated less than a month ago. Because they called it Black Wall Street. Was it Tulsa, Oklahoma? I can't even think, y'all. But y'all, we gotta wake up. The history's there for us. See, that's the thing that's going on now. Right now, that's the thing that's going on. Is we are getting facts and history put before us because our children aren't going with this bullshit that was taught to us. They are learning the true history, black and white. The whites are learning too. Look how many had no idea about Juneteenth a couple years ago that now are so aware of Juneteenth. Celebrations, Lord God, I'm getting offers all over to speak, but I'm not where I can speak. Now I'm going to do I'm going to do something Saturday. I've got 2 invitations to do a Zoom and give information. So I've got to do some homework between now and Saturday, with today being Tuesday, the 15th, and Juneteenth being Saturday the 19th. Tulsa, Oklahoma is probably where I was trying to think of. So they got it right. So, but y'all, we got to wake up. I mean, I've got a list, and I'm going to do that one day. I got a list of all these cities and towns that they burnt down to keep us from advancing. But see, here's the thing about it. That which is crushed to the earth, the truth will rise every time. People don't realize that right now, right today, racism is costing this country trillions, not millions, not billions, but trillions of dollars. Racism is costing us trillions of dollars. Think about that. Think about that, y'all. Trillions of dollars. Do you know what you can do with trillions of dollars? Were this country to be equal? Because that means racism means you aren't hiring the best. You're not hiring the best. If it were an equal playing field, there would be more black people in these offices, in these conferences, running these companies. But because of their color, oh y'all, lines open, y'all. Anybody want to talk to me? Anybody out there want to talk to me? Anybody out there want to talk to me? Yes.
The comment you just made, it reminds me of a conversation you and I were having the other week when I was at your house. And just like you said, the best person is not being hired for the job because it's not based on what you know. It's based on who you are and more so the color of your skin. And we had this conversation about a white male who has no education and has been to prison will most likely make 3 times more than a black educated male. And it just goes right back to what you said. The best man is not hired for the job. We're overlooked, so we have to show up 10 times better than our white counterpart in order to even have an opportunity to get those jobs.
But see, the thing is, until we wake up and start supporting ourselves and spending with us and stop trying to live a lifestyle that is not our culture. Like I told you, I know I sound like I'm anti-white, but I don't care what color you are. I'm going to love you. You know, I always tell you I love you, ain't nothing you can do about it. I don't care what color you are. But until we as a people unite and start opening up our own business, hiring our same people, our same color, and start spending black, using black banks to get loans that a lot of these banks aren't giving us. Look up, do you see the story? God, I've heard it several times over the last 3 months. This lady had her house for sale. And when they came in and saw she was a black lady, they estimated her house at a little over 200,000. So what she did, she got her white friend to come in. She took all of her pictures off the walls, all that. She had her white friend come in and get another estimate on the house, and it got valued at $120,000 more, all because they thought it belonged to a white person. Then when she got appraisal, and they knew she was black, same house, within a matter of a few days. Y'all think about what's going on. Think about what is going on. That's not being anti, y'all. We're looking at it. It shows. It shows. And you know how much I love people. I mean, I just love people. I don't care. I love people, love people, love people. And when I sit beside that guy at the light, all I can do is look at him and think, now, how ignorant can you be? And he's riding around just as proud with them 4 flags flying. I'm thinking all he's doing without even realizing is showing his ignorance. And there are a lot of Trump people. There are still a lot of people still got Trump signs in their yard, Trump flags hanging at their house. Why would you support someone who damn near, well, he caused the insurrection. There's no doubt about it. He caused the insurrection. He caused it. He called for it. And this thing was going to happen in August. Y'all wait and see what's going to happen in August. Because he's calling for it. They're calling for it. And QAnon, oh my God, they are asking their members to get violent. They are telling their members to get violent. It's all over the media, y'all. Social media. So that means it's not only us. It doesn't affect only us. It affects you too. Don't care what color you are. It's going to affect you. With my heart and the way I love, and I'm not angry at the guy who found those 4 flags. He's just uneducated. He's ignorant. That's expensive. That is expensive. I often tell you, when your mind is a weapon, you are unfit to be a slave. Y'all use your mind. Use your common sense. Because common sense will survive over education any day. Any day. Because you got people out there who got degrees after degree after degree, and a lot of them are educated fools. Lines are open, I tell y'all. Anybody want to say anything to me before I close out? It's just
Before anyone mentions anything, Professor Murray, I just want to briefly thank you for that education tonight, because I know about Juneteenth, been known about Juneteenth. I know the surface story of Juneteenth, but I thank you for going more in depth and sharing with us all that you shared with us tonight. That was very educational, so I appreciate that.
And the fact is, it's Tulsa, y'all. I've got people not telling me Tulsa. Thank you, Julie Beth. I'm looking at how they have, I listened to this guy who grew up. He grew up in Tulsa. And he didn't really, had never heard about the massacre in Tulsa until he was a junior sophomore, junior in college. He grew up there. They took it out of the history books and refused to teach it. Look what happened in Rosewood. They don't teach that. Look what happened in Carolina. They didn't teach. Look what happened in Mississippi. They didn't teach that. Y'all, like I say, I can control you from the day you born to the day you die. All I have to do is control two things: your education and your diet. Your education, you will think what I want you to think and believe what I want you to believe and what I teach you. And your diet, because I can feed you and make you as sick as I want to feed you, because there's no money in me keeping you healthy. None. I can't make no money on you being healthy. And these pharmaceutical companies do not cure. They do not cure. They only make patients and clients. That's it. Y'all, we gotta wake up. We gotta wake up, y'all. One of the best things I ever did was when I went holistic. I learned so much going holistic. And y'all, let me tell y'all this. Tomorrow morning, I'm doing a backyard seminar I've got booked to do a backyard seminar in New York. So it's going to be live tomorrow morning, y'all. All you got to do is tune in, go to facebook.com/W Murray or youtube.com/MRW Murray or instagram.com Murray William or linkedin.com/IN. So linkedin.com/N/William Murray, MURRY. Any of those, or you can go to facebook.com/Millionaire Mastermind Institute. And you can hear my presentation. I'm going to give a thing on business tomorrow. I'm going to teach you how to build and grow your business tomorrow. I'm going to give you a guideline. I'm going to give you a guideline too on how to improve your life, because everyone is an entrepreneur. Well, you are, but everyone's an entrepreneur because your life is a business. But I want to teach you how to live a healthier, a more successful, and give you a guideline on becoming healthy and wealthy in your life and your business. From 10:30 to 12 o'clock tomorrow, 90 minutes, I'm going to speak and give you information. All you got to do is just tune in. That's all you got to do. Just tune in. You know I love you.
Mr. Murray.
Yes. Yes.
I want to thank you very much. I want to thank you very much for that powerful presentation. It was so accurate, and it's just so much that you can share. And I thank you so much for doing that, taking the time, investing your time, and to open your hand and share with other people and to share with me. Thank you so much. And I do agree about the businesses, supporting the right businesses to help understanding and promoting new job opportunities. And I'm just grateful for your generosity that you share. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, Maggie. I'm almost fitting out this. Now you talking about taking research. This is taking more research than I imagined. I'm going to give you the 40, between 30 and 40 of the top businesses right now to open that requires little or no money. Little to no money. I'm putting together the class now. Now, this class is not going to be free, but it's not going to be no big astronomical number. But I'm going to do this class that's going to give you a way to get money to get finance for it. I'm going to have bankers there also, y'all, to tell you and help you do that. I'm going to help you get business legal. Business legal. But that is a must that you must do. And it's so simple. It's when you learn the process, y'all, it's easy. It's easy. Like I say, if you do what hard, life becomes easy. If you do everything that's easy, life becomes hard. Think about that, y'all.
Mr. Murray, for your presentation tomorrow, that's 9 o'clock. So that would be 3 hours.
No, it's at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, baby. It's 3 hours difference for you to be 7:30.
Okay.
Because you're on the West Coast.
Right, 3 hours.
Yes, it's 3 hours difference. So you'll be on the West Coast, darling. But 10:30 tomorrow morning, I'm gonna do that class. I'm gonna give you a lot of free information that's gonna help build you and grow you. Y'all share this out.
Facebook and
YouTube, on my site, Millionaire Mastermind Institute, and on my personal site. So you'll get to know, I keep telling you, if y'all will subscribe to my page, you will get a notification every time I go live.
Okay.
Every time I go live.
Okay.
So tomorrow morning, I hope to see y'all. Whatever you're tuned in today, at 9:30 tomorrow, at 10:30 tomorrow morning, I'm going live. And I'm telling each and every one of you, as always, if you push me, I'll pull you. If you pull me, I'll push you. It's not going to matter, y'all, whether I'm pushing or I'm pulling y'all. We're going to get there together. I truly, truly love you. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Reach the Institute. Reach me. Call 240-619-2019. That's 240-619-2010. 240-619-2019. I'm sorry, y'all. 2019, last 4 digits. 240-619-2019. Reach me at the Institute. I'll give you 15 minutes free consultation. I'll talk to you for free for 15 minutes. All you gotta do is call me. This is Professor William Murray telling you, thank you, God bless, and keep working on your road to success. Y'all, until next time, God bless, which will be in the morning. Should be the next time. Tell everybody to tune in tomorrow, because I'm going to give you a good process tomorrow. Thank you. God bless.